Coinciding with the celebrations of the World Obesity Day, Oman Obesity briefing book titled Obesity in Oman, a major public health challenge, was inaugurated at the Ministry of Health headquarters. The launch took place through a virtual event held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health. This important document has been developed as a collaboration between the National Diabetes and Endocrine Center, the Department of Non-Communicable Diseases, the Department of Nutrition, the Oman Diabetes Association, and Novo Nordisk, a Danish multinational pharmaceutical company. In his welcoming address, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health, said Oman faces a growing rise in the burden of obesity among its population. More than half of the Omani population are now overweight or obese, with 30% of the population having a BMI of more than 30. These figures showed a rise in the prevalence of obesity in Oman since the last survey in 2008, especially amongst women. Commenting on the importance of generating obesity awareness, His Excellency Mr. Ole Moisby, Ambassador of Denmark to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman and Yemen, said it's vital to combat the impact of this epidemic disease in the Sultanate of Oman and the MENA region at large. Obesity is a serious chronic disease that affects more than 650 million people around the world. An essential part of this initiative is in line with the commitment to the developing partnerships to develop and implement practical solutions around to address the obesity challenge.
So we launched an Oman obesity briefing book titled Obesity in Oman, a major public health challenge. And the purpose of the book is to shed a light on the growing burden of obesity throughout the world as well as in Oman. Thankfully, there are numerous interventions that are in place, but we're still seeing a growing rise of the burden of obesity, and especially amongst women and children. Right now, we know that as of our 2017 data, that 66% of the population are either overweight or obese. Similarly, in children, the rates of obesity and overweight in children less than 5 years of age is 4%. So there is an ongoing challenge to try and raise awareness amongst the public, amongst all health sectors, be it health or non-health sectors, to this growing epidemic and the need to control it.
Dr. Noor Al-Busaidi, Director of National Diabetes and Endocrine Center, gave an in-depth overview of the Oman Obesity Briefing Book and commented, this briefing book seeks to inform policymakers, health care professionals, and the general public of the serious and widespread health challenge of obesity in Oman by highlighting its impact on society and individuals. It's worth mentioning that in 2019, Oman hosted the World Obesity Regional Conference on Women and Child First and the Gulf Obesity Surgical Society's 6th Annual Obesity Conference. These events signal that the health community in Oman is committed to addressing the issue of obesity for vulnerable groups and ensuring treatment for people with severe obesity.